Happen either. Next stop.
Everybody's always talking about gas prices, how expensive gas is. You're not just paying the $4. We're spending trillions of dollars on military bases in the Middle East. The oil companies should give us a rebate on our gasoline. The Russians don't have any bases. The Chinese don't have any bases. They figure, well, the Americans are paying for the bases to protect the oil and keep the oil flowing free for us. Why should we pay? They just show up and pay retail. They don't have to pay for all this stuff. So what does gas really cost us per gallon? Probably 5 or 6 times what we're really paying. So in essence, we're paying $20 a gallon. We should pay 30 cents a gallon for gas. That's what we should pay. Maybe we could pay 50 cents a gallon. What if the American people got together, 100 million families, $10 a month, that's $1 billion a month coming in to do just what corporations do. Set up a lobby situation where we manipulate Congress the same way that corporations do it, but we'd have a lot more money. Why do you think the federal government has to come to us for bailout? We've got more money. We could have our own media arm. We wouldn't have to worry about CNN. We wouldn't have to worry about Fox. There wouldn't be the Republican channel. There wouldn't be the Democratic channel. There would only be, for us, we could tune in to the People's Channel. We could have investigative reporters working for us. We could even have private investigators investigating 24 hours a day, investigating all of our legislators who work for us. And then we could hire a whole bunch of lawyers. Think of what $1 billion could do. If you didn't want to pay the $10 a month, after 6 months or a year, we'd have enough money accumulated that we could actually do what the insurance companies do with all the excess profits they take out of our medical system. That's why our medical system needs to be changed. We'd be a self-sustaining, gigantic lobby, bigger than any of the oil, any corporations, because none of them have $1 billion a month to afford for lobbying. They spend tens of millions a month, but we would have $1 billion a month. We just gave Barack Obama, or whoever, the people and his donors, gave him $600 million. For what? In the hopes that he might get elected, in the hopes that after he gets elected, he might do what we want him to do? I say forget that. I say with $1 billion per month coming in, we can make sure that every single legislator, including the executive branch, including whoever the president will be supervised by us 24 hours a day. This last administration pulled all kinds of stuff because they thought they could get away with it. They thought the people were sleeping. This is an idea where we take back the government. We're in the 21st century. The internet allows us all to know what's going on within seconds. That can galvanize us. So between the internet and our money, we take back the country. It's basically a revolution, a peaceful revolution, done with money, the internet, and our own fortitude. And we'd have a little icon on all of it. If you're on Yahoo or AOL, doesn't matter. You have your little icon. That's your the People's Information Network that you pay your $10 a month for. Who's in charge? Us, the employers. We're the bosses. They are the workers. It's all turned around now. Now we go, oh, can we please do this, Mr. Government? No, it shouldn't even be that way. They work for us. They work for us. That's the new mindset that needs to get into our heads. They work for us. We're the bosses, we're the employers, they're the employees. There's no reason why we shouldn't take back this country, just the way it happened in 1776, but not a violent revolution, an economic revolution. An electronic revolution where we take back the country and go back to what the founding fathers want. Government by the people, for the people, and of the people. Ta-da!
I think that George Bush should go ahead and get them kids out of the war because of the fact that they're killing too many of our kids there. And they're not giving them enough protection. I think Condoleezza Rice is fucking George Bush, and I think she sold us out. And I think George Bush sold us out. Dick Cheney sold us all out for oil. Yeah, that's the truth. That's my opinion, and I'm gonna stick with it. I want it to be like Canada as far as medication and Medi-Cal and all that. They don't do it like that because they want all these rich fuckers that own these fucking hospitals and shit, and all these drug companies. You know what I mean? They're making the money. Just give me 50 cents. Shit, I'm trying to get the hell out of here. You gotta take a piss too. Yeah, anyhow. Yeah, and I'd say that I believe in Jesus.
I've been doing a lot of writing and research over the years, and I feel like, you know, the United States is supposed to be a role model country for democracy and freedom and peace. You know, France at one point sent us the Statue of Liberty, right? Give me your masses, give me your needy, and we're just not doing that role model. And I think, you know, Cheney and Bush and the rest of them have gone so far with greed and arrogance that we've lost this country, and we have now role modeled a bully nation, and we've gotten to the point where things are starting to backfire, and Mother Earth Nature is starting to get mad, and she's screaming. So she's got hurricanes, and she's got disasters and things that are happening. You know, at some point, you know, even the greedy guys are going to lose their money with this new bailout, and we need to have some of the 60s thinking. You know, they stood up in front of the National Guard. They, you know, at gunpoint, they had guts, they had songs of freedom, and they made a difference. In Argentina, the people rose up against the government and took the president right out of office. Why can't we do that again in this country? Why can't we be bold and not just talk about it, but do something about it? What would happen if this country was taken over by a colony of women? What happened if some women took this country over and said, you know what, men, you guys are done. You've screwed up the universe so badly. We need some Mother Earth care here. Have you listened to your mother lately? And, you know, maybe if the women took over, we might not have wars and poverty and genocide, and we might be able to have some money left for our schools and our children, and maybe even our grandchildren, and we might even have an Earth left. Maybe that's what we got to do at some point. We got to go back to the hunter-gathering generations that we had way back when we didn't have these problems. I wrote a book called The Genes of Wrath, and it's coming out in the next couple months, and I'm hoping that it'll make a difference too.
Man, why you think it's a crime to be going up? Ain't nothing for us to do out here, you know? Ain't really advertising it to let people know what it is you can get into out here when it comes to jobs, or maybe just some program you want to go to, like a youth program, like, you know? You got a lot of youngsters out here that's more involved in doing violence to somebody than them just really going out and having fun, like, you know? Having fun is, you know, for you to be violent towards your neighbor. But basically, what's really on my mind is how I got 12 brothers and sisters. I'm the second oldest, and I look at them, and all we do is just sit up in the house. You know what I mean? Ain't really no programs for youngsters out here to really get into. Like, I mean, nothing really that's fun for them that they want to do. You got the youth program, but I don't really think they doing too much. You know, it's really nothing out here for us to do. So therefore, that's where it's gonna be a lot of violence coming in at. You know. It's gonna be a lot of stuff jumping off, like, you know, oh man, I understand why we need to go out there and snatch up their oil, because we're gonna be in a crisis, and, you know, it's gonna be all bad. And about 2043, we ain't gonna have no oil. Right now, we living off cheap oil. I can understand why we need their oil, and I just think that it's kind of all bad for you to try to go to somebody's country and try to take it, though. That I don't understand, like, you know. If they don't want to give up their oil, then that's on them. You can't just send people to their deaths, you know, them trying to get something that ain't yours. I mean, if they don't want to give up their oil, they don't have to. You shouldn't have to be out there bombing families, you know, children and ladies, you know, the women's out there getting bombed because of this, you know. And that always got to me, how you can kill the children's and the women's over whatever you going to war about. You know, I'm against war. I don't like it. I don't understand it. You know, I don't feel it. So I'm kind of glad y'all right here got me talking about this, because I ain't never really spoke out like this before, you know?
Are you pissed? Do you want to rant?